Welcome back to another episode, ladies and gents. For those new here, my name is Stefanos, and I am a PhD candidate in chemical engineering at Western University, and my mission is to empower and inspire for a better tomorrow. So today's episode is going to be on the shorter side again, just due to an insanely hectic schedule, but like I've always said, there's no excuse not to get a piece of content out. So today we're going to be covering a topic that's often overlooked in our fast-paced world, the importance of sometimes taking things slow. And this is something that I have also been struggling with lately, and something that I feel is very relevant for the majority of people, especially us students. I just want to highlight that in a culture that values constant hustle and giving 100% all the time, I want to discuss how this approach can lead to burnout and how, paradoxically, our intensity can hinder us from achieving the outcomes that we desire. So we should start off by talking about the 100% myth. And this is basically saying that we must give 100% of our effort all the time. And many of us feel pressure to be at our peak performance every single day, but is this realistic? The truth is, constantly operating at maximum intensity can be exhausting and unsustainable. It's no way to live, and it's no way to actually accomplish our goals and our dreams. The relentless pursuit of 100% effort can lead to burnout and overwhelm. It's important to recognize the signs: increased stress, reduced productivity, and even a decline in our mental and physical health. And that's something that I have struggled with on and off for years. So please take heed that this is a very, very real thing, and I'm sure that many people have experienced the same thing too. So I want to delve into how slowing down can actually boost our long-term performance and well-being, while also helping us bring back our productive selves, let's say. I also wanted to highlight the fact that sometimes our overexcitement and our persistent need to get more and more and more done can sometimes even stifle our progress and stifle, more importantly, the opportunities that could have been headed your way. So the biggest example that I can make of this is, for example, thinking of like a salesman who's trying to sell you some sort of product or whatnot. If they've already got you after the first pitch, but they just keep incessantly saying like, we can do this and we can do that and the other and whatever, then it comes off as pushy, excessive, and can actually make you possibly decline that deal because of the overexertion or the just aggression almost that it can come off as. And this is something that applies in personal life too. So for example, a project that you might want to get on, or some sort of club or something, if you've already been accepted, but you keep overselling it because you need to get 100%, you need to give 100%, then it can almost have the opposite effect, a detrimental effect of pushing you out of that group or pushing you away from that project that you might want to work on. So all in all, this is kind of what motivated me into wanting to make today's episode, and to highlight the next segment of this talk, which is the power of rest. And here's the thing: taking rest and taking things slow doesn't have to mean being lazy or unproductive. On the contrary, it's about giving yourself the gift of rest and rejuvenation. Rest allows our bodies and our minds, to recover, making us more effective when we return to those tasks. And I want to talk a little bit into the science of why rest is essential for peak performance by highlighting 4 key aspects of rest and why it really should be given the priority that it deserves. So the first is that rest is probably the best form of recovery that you can give yourself. And rest is not idleness. When we engage in intense work, whether it's manual or physical or mental or anything like that, our bodies and our minds accumulate stress and fatigue. And the only way to get rid of this stress and fatigue is by taking a rest. Rest provides the necessary time for recovery and allows our systems to reset and recharge from scratch, allowing us to tackle whatever it is once again with our full potential. The second thing is that research has shown that adequate rest is crucial for peak performance. It's during restful periods that our body can repair damaged tissue in terms of muscle growth or physical activity, consolidate memories, and replenish energy. Our brain processes information and emotions during sleep, and this helps us make better decisions and be more creative when it comes to tackling problems. So don't overlook the science-backed evidence that rest can really be the game-changing factor that might be missing from your productivity. We also have to embrace downtime, and whether this comes in the form of a short nap, or a walk or a break to enjoy some hobby of yours, it can be incredibly productive too. It's these moments that our minds oftentimes come with the most creative connections, let's say, or the most creative solutions to problems that we might be like having in the back of our mind. I know plenty of times when I've been working on an assignment or working on a project or anything to do with my thesis, that it's those moments where I'm not prioritizing my work that sometimes these most creative thoughts come that actually solve the problem that I've been trying to tackle. So the biggest reason that I want to highlight this is because rest is the only way to prevent a burnout. And when we're constantly pushing ourselves to give 100%, we risk reaching a point where we have nothing left to give. And this is all too true in many cases. So we need to allow ourselves to rest so we don't damage our relationships, our relationship with ourselves, and anything that we might be trying to build. Now, sometimes our fast-paced lives can lead us to lose sight of our true priorities. So we're focused on the next goal, the next milestone, but we forget to ask ourselves, is this what truly matters? So I want to talk a little bit about this question. And once again, I want to highlight 4 points that I think are relevant to discuss in terms of reevaluating your priorities. So first of all, I want to talk about the fast-paced dilemma. So our modern world often promotes a culture of speed, where we're constantly rushing from one task to the next, and rest and any form of a slowdown come off as basically signs of weakness. So this is something that that really needs to be addressed, because this can make us lose sight of what truly matters to us. It can leave us feeling disconnected from our values and life's true purpose. So this is why I'd highly like to promote the idea of slowing down and really highlight the importance of reflection. Slowing down allows us to engage in self-reflection, and it's in these quieter moments that we can ask ourselves critical questions like, am I aligning with the values that I have in the first place? Or are my current goals truly meaningful to me? Oftentimes, like I've talked in the past, we can get swept into life's momentum, which can just take us down a road that we might not even truly be after. But when we can take a step back and take things a little bit slower, we can start reevaluating whether our time and our energy is being prioritized in the right way. Finally, building off this concept, I want to talk a little bit about creating a roadmap, because slowing down isn't just about reflection, it's also about planning. And once you reevaluate your priorities and reaffirm your values, only then can you create a roadmap for achieving goals that align with your most important values and what's important and true to you. So this is why I'd really like to highlight what can be truly necessary. Sometimes it's just that break. So guys, this is definitely, like I said, a bit of a shorter episode, but I would just like to end with the following conclusion. I'd like to say that in a world that glorifies relentless pursuit of perfection and 100% effort, it is vital to remember that sometimes taking things slow can lead to greater success, well-being, and a more fulfilling life. Striking a balance between intensity and your rest is the key. And I hope that this episode encourages you to pause, reflect, and embrace the art of slowing down. Thank you very much, guys. I hope you accept the fact that this is a bit of a shorter episode. If you like it, please like, share, favorite, the whole shebang. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.